what it really comes down to is, do guys around the league really think that use the word soft or whatever word it is you want to attach to what KD did? I think he perceives that there are a lot of players, whatever fans may think, that there are players around the league who feel that way. Do they?
Yeah, I'm sure that they do, because you're taking a team that won 73 games, but they did lose in the NBA Finals. And now, with the cap jumping up and Harrison Barnes not taking the extension and Bogut able to be traded, it opened up a slot for Kevin Durant. But that's not Kevin Durant's fault. In the media, we put pressure on winning championships. You're never going to be a winner. At the end of all this, what if he wins 3, 4, 5 championships? What if he has 4 finals MVPs? Therefore, he justified the move. I just don't understand. And I get the insecurity of making the move at that time. And we've heard things about he was sitting in a hotel room. Why'd you make me do this move? Right. But, like, you won now. Like, everyone at a certain point could be like, I don't know if I should do this or not. But once you do it, and once you have success, why is that not now moving the needle for you?
But here's my thing, B, and Greeny and Maria, you can tell me if I'm wrong. He's taken himself out of the conversation of the greatest.
Why?
Because you cannot become the greatest if you're not the guy. You cannot.
He is the guy.
He's not the guy.
He is the guy.
What did you just say? He joined the 73-win team.
And
that will always be the connotation.
Yeah, but he's the best player. He's the best player.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We all know KD's the best player on that team.
Yeah.
But winning a championship with KD now is not in the same vein as LeBron taking a team full of dudes that's probably on their way out to the finals, or Jordan taking a team to the finals 6 times and winning 6. He's taking himself out of that conversation. I talk to people about this all the time. KD will never be in the conversation for the greatest NBA player ever. He won't.
Well, it's Kareem or Wilt, because they both left and won championships.
They were. When Kareem left, he was the central focus of the LA Lakers.
And you mean?
And they weren't winning.
Yes, but okay, I agree with you on that one, because you're saying the Warriors are already good. And you know what? If this thing about that Warrior team, if they didn't have KD, are they really better than LeBron's teams? Are they really the best team? Like, that team was good, but with KD there, it's unfair. I'm not sure the Warriors continue to grow. Steph Curry, at a certain point when he won 2-time MVP, he had to start taking – he's going downhill. It's slow, but he's going downhill. But when KD got there, he made them a legitimate – what do we call
the cheat code.
Yeah,
they've got a cheat code. It's unfair.
They're a dynasty. They're a dynasty.
And now they've added Boogie Cousins. If he comes back and is healthy, are they unbeatable?
They're unbeatable now without Boogie.
Fair enough.
Right? Like, I get it. Boogie's awesome. He's a good player.
Houston could have beat him, right? If Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, doesn't Houston beat them?
I don't know. We don't know how these games unfold.
No, they're right there. They're up 3 games to 2.
Yeah, we've seen it before, though.
We've seen Golden State turn it to another level and then not even be close. Yeah. That's what they did in Game 7 against Houston, and I get it. Like, that was the first time they were challenged. I agree with you on that.
It's the only time they've been challenged.
No. They were down 3-1 to the Oklahoma City. They were
not since they got KD, though.
No, I agree, but I'm saying, like, at a certain point, they figure out a way.
They're 32-6 in the playoffs since they got KD, but they lost 3 games in that one series against Houston, and they genuinely were, at minimum, they were in trouble.
The move was weak, B.
It's a weak move, but not in 10 years. It's not a weak move.
I got mad respect for KD. He's one of the greatest players in the world. But the weak was moved. The move was weak.
The weak was moved.
The weak just was moved, and it doesn't lend itself to you being in that conversation. I don't believe it.
But here's the problem. Let's just stay here for a second. He wasn't in that conversation anyway. He isn't the best player of his generation,
Greeny,
so how's he going to be the best player of all time?
I'm with you. But I remember after that finals, all right, after the first one with Golden State, he's the best player in the world. One of our own guys here at ESPN, a big personality by the name of Stephen A, was like, KD is ascended to the best player. I'm like, all right, you in the moment right now, Steve. But at the same time, when you have your discussions, right? And I love the NBA. I'm a big NBA guy. When you have your discussions with your constituents that you either play with, guys that's around the league, right? KD had the skill set to be in that conversation. But you can't get there if you don't lead somebody.
Sure.
Like, that's what we're talking about. LeBron is a great player. But why is LeBron great? Because he took 6 dudes that couldn't make other teams to the finals.
Well, I agree with you. LeBron's better. But, that Miami move was a little bit weak, too.
Let me ask you this. Where is Miami before him and without him?
Not good.
So he was the guy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, teaming up is like, how is that much different? I get it because the Warriors just beat you and all that. Those guys teamed up to beat the Celtics. I get all that.
Those three guys came together like the Super Friends, right? As opposed to Kevin Durant just stepped into something that was finally tailor-made for him.
And everything falls off a cliff when LeBron leaves.
Yeah, and
that is like. He's the guy.
There's a reason for that, right? The whole team has to be built around him.
But aren't we getting to the point in the NBA where everyone's going to be making moves and trying to find the next best fit and the next best team to the point where we're not going to say things are soft? It's just like, this is the new norm. This is the way it is.
This is how LeBron started it. And now it's going to continue to go.
He didn't start it.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did start it. The Super Friends, that was the start of all this.
Why did LeBron go to Miami?
Because they wanted to win.
Because Boston had the big three.
Yeah, but trading for the big three is different than getting together and signing.
Barkley went to Houston. Malone went to LA.
Trade.
He did not start this.
Trade.
He didn't start it. Yeah. I hate when people say that. Then when you say Jordan the greatest, everybody talk about, well, he got 6 championships. Russell got 11. There's arguments on both sides.
For sure.
But saying LeBron started this is absolutely wrong.
He did start it.
LeBron started it.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with him starting it.
LeBron decided, I can't win this thing in Cleveland because there are teams out there that are good and no one wants to come play with me here. So I'm going to get together with the other Super Friends. I'm Superman, he's Batman, he's Aquaman, and we're all going to go play together or whatever the third Super Friend was. I don't even know who it is.
So you wouldn't consider KG leaving and going to Boston?
Traded.
Trade.
Yeah.
He got traded. And Ray Allen got traded.
It's different.
Danny Ainge created that group of Super Friends.
They could have denied the trade.